if your wife is blessed, it's for the family. Because your wife will definitely...
If your wife is blessed, it's for the family. Say who is solely responsible for it, they will say the man. So women are not even getting enough accolades.
Who is the referee or INEC chairman that is giving them the glory?
Is the society.
No, I used to tell you now. I used to tell you.
No, you don't tell me the specific. You just tell me that, I have money for business. You don't tell me, I have 2 million naira.
Are you not aware Are you not aware I have money set aside for business purpose?
Do I know how much? What's up, guys? Welcome to our YouTube channel. Wait, it's not our YouTube channel, it's my YouTube channel. My name is Busaya Ogulaja. Thank you for stopping by. And today we are going to be talking about finances in marriage. You heard that statement on my thumbnail, my money is my money, your money is our money. So I'm not doing it alone. I have my wonderful, amazing husband of going to 5 years here with me. Oh God, you don't know more than. Alright, so we're going to be discussing we're going to be reacting based on a video that we saw recently. So I think we should just quickly share that video with you guys.
She says, "Dear, I said what I said. I need advice, guys. My husband and I have been married for almost 2 years now, although we've been together much longer, over a decade. I've always felt very confident that we understand each other well and work together well as a team. But something happened recently and is threatening to change the dynamic of our relationship forever. So we both come from decent backgrounds and our parents are quite well-to-do. When we were getting married, I got a large sum of money from my dad, 35 million. My dad usually does these things when we hit different milestones in our lives. So when you graduate, you get married, you have a baby, etc. Anyway, I never mentioned it to my husband because, I didn't really think he needed to know. And because our backgrounds are similar, I just assumed the same thing happened. Like, your parents give you money, etc. He also knows my dad does these things, but we've never discussed the actual amount. To the issue, my husband needed to get credit on his phone last week and his bank app wasn't responding, so he asked to use mine. I completely forgot the funds placed in an investment within the bank had matured into my account, but I hadn't rolled it over. My balance showed the 35M plus the money that was in the account. I logged into the app using my Face ID, handed him my phone. He saw the balance. I was like, you have this much cash? At that point, I told him my dad gave me when we got married. Now, the issue is that it's not that he wants out of the money. In fact, he didn't say anything immediately afterwards. The next day, when we woke up, he said he couldn't believe I had that and pretended all this time. I was kind of confused because I never pretended not to have money. In fact, he sees how much shopping I do and comments on it all the time. He then brought up what he actually had a problem with. When we were looking for our apartment, we had a really nice choice that was above his budget. To be fair, I actually liked the place and was also disappointed when I realized it wasn't within his budget. We went for another apartment, which is fine and has been a wonderful first home for us. Now he says I had the money and didn't even at least offer in that situation. Essentially, he's saying he lets me know everything he has while I hid this material information from him. Now, to be fair, his finances are actually an open book for me. I know how much he earns and even his savings. He says trust has really been broken and
Alright guys, so you've watched the video and you have an idea of what is going on. Like, the woman had 35 million naira, which was a wedding gift from her dad. And she forgot, to tell her husband about it. So let me ask you. Yeah, that's the word that they use. They said forgot. She forgot to tell her husband about it. So let me ask you that question. If my dad gave me 35 million, God, I even pray my dad should be able to afford 35 million naira and give me, it's a big money. So if my dad gave me 35 million naira and I forgot to tell you, now found out like 5 years after, maybe on our wedding anniversary that it's coming up 5 years. I used it for investment that multiplied and, I just had it in my account, just sitting down, fallow and doing nothing. What are you going to think of me, or what are you going to do? How are you going to respond?
I'm sure you can't do that now.
What if I said I did it?
Happens,
how do you even know I can't do it?
If it happens, it is going to result in heartbreak. Because especially when the other partner is open to you, giving you the money does not mean it belongs to the two parties. But it's just notification. Talking. You need to allow the other person.
And so when something does not belong to you, why should I notify you about it?
As the husband, you need to notify your husband.
My money is my money. I'm going to say it again. So she's not even like she didn't try to hide it or anything. She just forgot because it was the wedding. Like
No, you
she even said
can't.
that it's something her dad usually does. Like every milestone. Oh, you had a baby. People give you money. Oh, you are getting married. He gave her money. So it was like her dad could have given both of them, and how people do it during wedding ceremony, and they just hand you the key to a car or something, but that gave her specifically. So my thinking is that the money belongs to her, so it's her choice now whether to disclose it or not. So if you had 35, are there instances where you had huge sums of money and you didn't let me know?
No. That's no point.
Are
No,
you
there are
serious?
some. No, it's not that. I will tell you that maybe money for business. I'm sure I set aside when I tell you I set aside this money for business.
But you don't tell me the specifics. You don't say, I have 20 million naira.
No, I used to tell you now. I used to
No,
tell
you
you
don't tell me
no.
the specific. You just
No,
tell
you
me
are
that,
just trying
I
to.
have money for business. You don't tell me, I have 2
Okay.
million
Are
naira
you
here.
not aware Are you not aware I have money set aside for business purpose?
Do I know how much?
You know now.
I don't.
But even at times I used to tell you maybe we want to buy like
You're
maybe buying
assuming I
to.
know. I don't,
No, there are
actually.
you know the password of my phone. You see my
But
account
I don't
balance.
go looking into your account balance,
So
except I stumble on it. So in this case, the guy even just stumbled on it. He stumbled on it.
if you stumble on what he is already aware of, it won't be a problem. Now when you check my account balance, you have the password to my phone. If you stumble on anything, maybe this money should be the money for you
That you
understand.
were talking
And maybe
about.
like business, in the course of our business, to maybe third party money too can be in my account. But at times I will tell you, we need to buy stock. I'm
Okay.
buying the car. You understand?
Okay.
So we have money set aside
Okay.
for the business.
And
So
but yeah, I
and the
feel
money is not like maybe stable. It's not like maybe you understand. It's just like turning around.
okay. So that's our own personality. But I feel the problem here is not even that he saw the money. It's like he didn't imagine that the money was as much as. Of course, you know that your wife works. She has maybe she has her own business. I'm not sure. She has the investments and all. But he was shocked because I was even thinking maybe this woman had like 2 million naira, a whole 35 million naira in her account, and they were looking for an apartment. They wanted to buy a house, and she didn't even offer. So that brings me to my second, or what I would like us to discuss. When you want to make a huge investment, such as buying a house, buying a car for the family, who is responsible for that? Is it the man or the woman?
It depends on the case. It can be the woman, it can be the man, it can be both. So,
Okay.
but what is most important is openness. So, but from this case now, if the husband is not open to the wife and he realize the pain will not be much, you understand? But if it's the husband that anything that comes in, he notify the wife, this is what I got, this is what I have, this is what we are going to do. And he finds out. So it will be like he is open to the wife and he will
But
feel
she's not.
cheated, and
So let me just say that
so
in this
that
case,
relationship may not even be the same again.
in this case, he was actually open about his finances. Like he knew everything. But you know how it happens sometimes that even men try to hide some parts of their, of their investment and all, so that everything is not just open and your demands don't start to skyrocket. Now that particular house they are talking about, I feel that man could have bought that house with his money and not complain about it. But because he now knew that his wife had one particular money, he's now trying to change his decisions, and had I known, we could have gone for something better. So without your wife's money or not, you could have taken care of your family. So it now feels like the man is depending on the woman's money. So that's why I feel that a woman may not be open in all cases, because when I have 135 million now, if you now have 135 million naira, won't you now be suggesting that it's like won't you pay school fees this month since you know that I
The
have,
money is for the
won't
kids
you
now.
do this,
If
won't you do that?
if
What
you
you
are,
will not say on the normal ground though, yeah, talk.
no, if your wife is blessed, is for the family, because your wife will definitely.
If your wife is blessed, it's for the
No,
family.
what I'm saying is, it's for the kids now.
It's
Maybe
for
in
the
like,
kids.
if you are looking at it long term, maybe in like 50 years from now, when we are gone, you understand? Who are you going to? Are they going to bury you with the money? So it's still, so you should not say, because I don't want my wife to. You should not pray for your wife to be, not to maybe get up the ladder. So as Christian, we should still want our wife to be the best. So if you have 135, and the money I have what I have in my own account can like finance the project I'm doing,
Okay.
there is no problem. But if I will need, if I am in need of financial assistance, being my wife, I think I should be able to tell you, my love, can you give me some parts? Maybe borrow me for the business. Then
And you return with
when
interest.
the husband wants to build the house, if you are, maybe if you are not married to a Muslim, maybe the lady, let's assume that the lady is a Muslim now, and she knows the husband will marry
more wives,
and maybe more wife, and there is no agreement there that, so the woman may feel, if you build the house and he marries additional 3 wives, so the lady may not, she may even have a free heart, but because of that religious law that permits the man to marry more than one wife, so you may not blame her in that sense. But if you are married to a man now, you want to build a house, maybe it's the roofing, and the house is for the family.
So whose name will that house be?
It will be in the name of the two now.
They'll write Mr. and Mrs.
Not Mr. and Mrs. They'll write the name of the two, or they will use the name of the child. So if you want to build a house now, it's not compulsory. You can let's build it in the name of our first child, or you get, or maybe the name of the two. So it's not, but we Africans, we tend to attach so much to material things.
I feel this thing is born out of experience. You have a lot of experiences to learn from. Where you give your all to a man, you are giving him your money, you are giving him everything, and later things happen along the way and you lose it all. So that's like something to fall back. Imagine if they broke up today. She has that 35 million naira to start her life. And again, there's this thing that they usually say. In the olden days, a man was the one that provides solely for the family. A man will go to hunt, he'll go to farm, bring in food. A woman's work was what? To take care of the home. Now in modern days, a man and a woman works. Both of them will go to work. A woman will still be the one to take care of the family. But all the glory, if they want to say who is solely responsible for it, they will say the man. So women are not even getting enough accolades.
Who is the referee or INEC chairman that is giving them the glory?
It's the society. It's the society that brings up these things. That they're not still seeing you as you are making it or you are contributing. So there was a time that I was having a conversation with somebody and I was like, I bought this. And I was like, your husband is really trying. I was like, why must it be my husband? So you believe that I cannot have my own money? Some of these things I work for it myself. I do it myself. My husband doesn't have to contribute. So they've made it seem like women are not doing much. And so women are just trying to, take care of themselves and sort themselves out.
If somebody should even tell you, your husband is taking care of you, you should just learn. Wisdom permits you to just say, thank you. If I go out, if somebody say, see you now, you used to be slim, your wife is taking good care of you. So your wife is yourself. When they say your husband is taking good care of you, you have a nice wristwatch. You understand? Even though you bought it yourself, and somebody kind of compliments you on that, you can just wisdom.
And you can, but if it's now becoming the norm, where a woman is the MD of a company and all her achievement is still based on her husband, where does your individuality come in? I think that's what feminists are talking about, because they try to feel like all the achievement of no matter how much a woman puts in effort to build an empire, they will still say is the man. Don't you get such thinking and ideas when people say such? Like you have somebody that is the oga of a company.
Is the husband part of the company?
No, but they will still give him the credit. Anyway, let's not just divert. So what we are just trying to say, or what is your conclusion to this conversation?
What I feel, my advice to couple is that they should be open to one another. The father giving the wife, as maybe the father now, maybe he has, maybe the other children are even male, and that's the only female, and the man now say, maybe this is my will. You know, it can be, we don't know the reason why the father gave him. Adibin is the father's will for the daughter now. You understand? So if you tell the husband, my father gave me this, or maybe because I'm the only, you understand, you should be able to. But if you know that your husband, before you even choose your husband, you should know that he's not somebody that has ojukokoro. You understand? Okay. So if you have a good husband that you know is not somebody that will
that is not someone that will not depend. I feel the fear of that woman was it will not depend solely on that money. Look at some men, once they know that you have one particular money, they will not now work. Exactly. Whatever they were dropping before, it will just end.
But if you find out that your husband is open to you, based on this story now, the woman is to blame. Because the husband is open with his own finances with the wife. So such man now, that relationship, it takes the grace of God for that.
I feel he will now start hiding his own things now.
He will not be open as before. Unless he totally forgive the
But what if she did it innocent? I just like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I think it was just an honest, an innocent mistake. What if it was just 1 million naira? Would you feel the same way?
It depends now.
I think it's because of the amount. If it was just 1 million naira.
If it's like 200,000,
it won't really bother him. But because of you have a whole I'm sleeping next to a millionaire.
Even the 1 million naira. If there are cases where maybe there is no food in the house, let's even say it's 500,000 or 200,000, and there was no food in the house, and the family is starving, and the woman cannot even say, I have something somewhere. You understand? So it's still It's still not good in that regard. And the problem we have is, people that don't disclose what they have to their family. Let's assume that, God forbid, now maybe the woman died now. Who will now take over the
money? Government.
Maybe the banks. You get?
Or the bank.
They will just say the account is domiciled. They will move it to one account. Then you find out that even the children now may need that money in future. That's why it's good to be open.
I feel just don't keep any secrets. Trust your partner enough to deal with the consequences that will come after. You married this man, you can't change it. So you've learned some behaviors, or you've seen some behaviors now. Just go with the flow. Do your own part.
Exactly.
Be open about it.
When you are choosing to choose rightly.
Choose right.
Don't choose a man that is greedy. You get? So that's another factor. If you have a man that is open and is responsible, and is not somebody is somebody that is productive. That if this man has 10 million, it's somebody that always think of how can I make it go up. Not somebody that will be, you understand, making things diminish. So that's another factor.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for staying with us to the end. We'd like to hear your thoughts. We'd like to hear, what do you think? Would you feel betrayed if your spouse hid a huge amount of money, such as 35 million naira from you? Like in this regime, in this Buhari, no cash, no money regime. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. As usual, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you in our next video. Till then, be good. Bye.
Bye.
I've started recording. Have you done it all? Put it where it's going to pick your voice. I have to do makeup for you now. Smile. Don't be too serious. Smile. Do like this. It's a round, relaxed conversation. So it's not something you have to be serious. All right. 1, 2, ready, go.